Gundam plays all of the Hornbearer instruments at once. It's so beautiful that the Hornbearers are subdued and let Gundam keep playing for the rest of the games. Gundam, sound the horns. I was just to say they were on their coffee break and Gundam picked up all of the horns. Thank you, Gundam. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the ascent. Toon, Dave, Anomaly, Noble Car. Some know me as Vice Principal Avy. But to most, I am the United States Aviator. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the... Oh, that sounds like the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Oh, yes, it does. Today, we got a whole bunch of teams for tag team action. And why are they here today? Well, they're your Hunger Games teams that are, it's a spooky time of the year, and this is a vampire-themed episode. As of late, I've discovered my inner hatred for the fanged creatures, sucking blood, appearing when it's humid outside. No, I'm getting mosquitoes confused with vampires. The same difference. Me and vampires. It's a vampire-themed episode. We have the teams here who would best be able to pull off a vampire look. Or might have like that vampire essence in them, that vampire spirit. Starting with the headmasters, Jin and Tengen. Tengen's just got that old man vampire vibe. I don't need to explain the Chunibi family. Cross-dimensional sisters, Kotoko. They could pull off a very good vampire, and Hilda, you know what, I believe she could too. Where's my glove? Karumi with a very gothic attire. Wouldn't have to change too much with and Where's My Glove. Eye for an eye, we have Munakata. And we have Dimitri. Rock on, we have Ibuki, and we have Reiko. Reiko is sporting that eyeshadow. You know what? I'm feeling it. The Hornbearer, Sato, and Rantaro. The Selfless Saviors, Juzo, and Mishima. Mishima especially, I believe, could pull off a very good vampire, an old school vampire. Unlucky Adventure Team, Nagito, and Bennett, the one managers. Kennen and Yukiko. Yukiko, I think, could pull off a very good vampire. Jailbirds, Realm, and Alice, I believe, could pull off a very good vampire. The Robotics Club, Kazuichi, and Monica. Capture the Moment, Angie, and surprisingly, I think Albedo. Albedo could do a very good vampire. Cutting Words, Toko. Pekko's the one in that group who I believe could do it best. I don't even need to explain it. I think both of these people could pull it off. Obsessive Siblings, Corey and Clover. Aiko's Kitchen, Kai and Haruka. Ara Ara with Mew and Lisa. Liar Liar with Kokichi and Venti. The Kirigiri Protection Agency, the KPA, Kizakura and Yui. Watching the World Burn with Monokuma. And the end. Cat Owner's Paradise. It would be a shame to not have Celeste here, along with Marco. The Brother Complex, we have Komaru and Lumine. The Sinister Side, we have Chisa and Sarah. Golden Days, Fat Togami, and Izuyoi, I think could pull off a very good vampire. Parsnip, we see Genocide Jack and Turnip Boy. Pawn Shop, we see Mukurel and Yasuke. Both of those two, I feel like might be able to pull it off. Dinner in a Shell with Teru Teru. And Date, I believe, could pull it off fairly well. Would you want to? I think so. I think Date might be he might have a good holiday mood in a God mode, you know? And Azuru. Seeking Justice, Taka and George. The Apothecaries, Seiko and Sucrose. Devious Disguises, Samugi and Kranya. Hajime and Marie for Identity Crisis. Carry On, Shuichi and Kazuo. Behind Bars, Haiji and Adachi. And Kiss from a Rose, Kaede. Asylum Akamatsu and Lawrence. And those are the teams who are here today. Tell me, which one of these teams do you think could pull off being the best vampire, would dress up and you'd be like, oh man, my neck is in danger if you saw him? Tell me which of these teams do you think could do it best? Because your comments are important, like this one, and like that one, and I know what your comments have appeared, so you know there's one more thing that we have to do. The champs, they are here. The headmasters, they have been here time and time again. They have been holding their titles up high, ready and willing and able to defend them. And you know what? For that, I have a lot of respect for him. A lot of respect for Jin. A lot of respect for Tengen. But you know who doesn't have respect for them? Junko and So, your agents of chaos. And here's the deal. That chunk is starting to get dangerous. And you'll see in 3, 2, 1, it's now sizable. Sizable! It's the Tag Team Agents of Chaos wheel. If it hits, you know what happens. Chaos reigns. It's a title match, and most importantly, the Agents of Chaos get put into this match. If it doesn't, it's just a normal episode, and they're fighting for what's right, and what's right is a spot in the tag team finale. Let's go ahead. Let's spin this bad boy, and let's let it go in 3, 2, 1 to see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's safe. Just golly tamale, just barely. I don't need to like hold it up for you guys because it's recording. I'm gonna put it in for you, but gosh, that was barely. 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 My goodness gracious. We've seen close rolls before, but that one was real close. That one was, my gosh. Every so often there's a wheel spin that's real close and I'm like, oh, I was ready. I was ready to just change the lights, do some fancy things, but then it didn't hit. Huh. I'm gonna pick first, second, and third. Give me the pawn shop for first. Give me Mukuro and Yasuke, specifically Mukuro for second. Give me the Robotics Club, because you know, I still feel like they're one of my favorite teams. I think they're one of my favorite teams. Let's get them a win. And let's also give me Identity Crisis. Give me Hajime. Yeah, you know what? Give me Marie. Give me Marie for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my picks. As for which team do I believe would be the best, you know what? I think Sinister Side, Chisa and Sarah could pull off some very terrifying vampire vibes, if I'm being completely honest. I think they're an unexpected team that you could be like, you know what, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see where you're coming from. But that's neither here nor there. It's time to get things rolling. We have a lot of teams today. And with a lot of teams, we gotta have a lot of randomization, a lot of RNG, and with that, I think it is time that we... What is... Well, my goodness. I know what this is. To you all, this may look like an ordinary box. Because it is an ordinary box. At least, That's what you might think. Inside of this box. Oh yes. It seemed you already looked inside. You already looked inside. You already looked inside. You looked. See, there's nothing there, right? However, if you reach in and go onto the side and pull this secret string, there we go. That opens the secret compartment in my secret box. And inside of that secret compartment is an embarrassing picture of Asnir at the Christmas... You are actually Asnir. How did you find the secret compartment to my secret box? Bro. What did you do with the picture? I guess we'll never see it. I'll find it. You couldn't have destroyed it. I know you couldn't have destroyed it. You don't have that. You don't have the ability to destroy. That's your one weakness. Hey, let's roll this die. How many times are we simulating? Change background. Enable dark mode. I have to play around with those settings a little bit more. But for right now, we're just gonna resimulate. How many times? One more. In fact, one more right here. Ooh, a full 6. That is a full house of resimulations of not just 1, or 2, or 3, or 4. Not even 5 for the spiciest of RNG, but Even more, what does it mean to go beyond? It means to resimulate. 6 times. That's what it means. I hope you're ready. Because these teams, they're ready. So many souls on the line. One team will come in on top. Some people might make the World Pancake Championship match, but more importantly, they'll make the finale, one team. But let's not forget, the Retribution Rumble is on the horizon. Let me turn to the page for the tag teams because let's see what unfolds. We already have four people and we're gonna get to 6 today as we proceed to the bloodbath. And as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horns they doth sound, Hornbearers, I know you have been doing fantastic. Sometimes you haven't been showing up. Will you show up today? Are you on break? Coffee break? They're on coffee break today, aren't they? Sound the horns. That might be coffee break. Bennett seriously contemplates suicide. Dimitri runs away from the cornucopia. Loom behind was spacing out during the dice roll and wonders if it landed on the 6. Actually, the polar opposite happened. Landed on a 1. You wondered if it landed on a 1. A polar opposite of a 1 happened and landed on the 6. That's what. Look, the end runs away from the cornucopia. Juzo finds Mai's corpse from a previous game in the cornucopia. Mai isn't shocked by this discovery. She's like, oh, well, I've been here a handful of times. I know that kind of thing happens. Backed by unpopular demand Kokichi, Marco finds a talking Komodo dragon. Inside of the cornucopia, the reptile says that she is Samugi. Asnir placed a curse on her, and the only way to break that curse is for Marco to kill Sir. Marco reluctantly obliges, kissing Samugi, turning her back to normal. She is okay for the game. Gundam plays all of the Hornbearer instruments at once. It's so beautiful that the Hornbearers are subdued, and let Gundam keep playing for the rest of the games. Gundam sound the horns. Sounds just to say they were on their coffee break and Gundam picked up all of the horns. Thank you, Gundam. George and Monokuma argue over the supplies. Sarah takes advantage of this. Oh, and kills them both. Okay, Sarah, you always pop off early nowadays. That's worrisome. Tengen and Celeste run away from the cornucopia. Munakata kills Hajime with a hatchet. Muguro finds a bag full of explosives. Fischl spins around with a machete and triple beheads Nagito, Sucrose, and Lawrence. Goodness gracious, maybe I should have picked Fischl because she is the princess. And Sato finds a teleporter, teleports her to Garrick Mach Monastery. She steals a relic and returns to the game. Seiko runs away from the cornucopia, as does Miu Kurumi. Runs away with a lighter and some rope. Yasuke sets Yukiko on fire with a Molotov. It wasn't just a lighter, it wasn't just a rag, not even lit, it was lit, and Yukiko set a flame, which is unfortunate because she should be really a master of the flame, shouldn't she? Yukiko, you gotta do better. Pekko and Chisa make a secret pact to work together. Kizagura finds a turtle inside of the cornucopia and brings it along for the games. That's adorable. Kai clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Lisa grabs a machete, or as I like to call it, a machete. Turnip Boy finds a model cornucopia. Inside of the cornucopia, Reiko stabs Clover in the back with a trident. Clover, you gotta do better. Rantaro finds a teleporter and teleports him to the Despair Dimension. Both of the Hornbearers, the Hornbearer team rather, on coffee break and just teleporting to other dimensions at the start of this game. Angie seriously contemplates suicide. Kaede runs away from the cornucopia. Ryoma finds a wizard robe inside of the cornucopia and puts it on. He's got some magical sparkles everywhere. Toko and Shuichi fall in love at first sight despite the circumstances. Kotoko finds a great big pack of 64 Crayola crayons inside of the cornucopia. She's gonna draw the most beautiful picture. Yui breaks Adachi's nose for a basket of bread. Haiji runs away from the cornucopia. Yuta and Fat Togami fight each other but ends up accidentally killing one another. They were co-champions at one point. Not anymore. Mishima rips a mace out of Alice's hands. Izio approaches Teru, Genocide Jack, and Kazuichi and lets them know that he'll be killing them all this game now that he's lost his partner. Kranya finds a teleporter, teleports her to space. Yikes. Yikes. Ruka smashes Marie across the face with a brick, but Marie just shrugs off the blow. She's like, your mortal brick has no effect on me. Hilda runs away from the cornucopia. Venti approaches Jin, Kazuha, and Kanan. and tells them that he'll be killing them all this game. Taka grabs a shield leaning out of the cornucopia. Ibuki runs away from the cornucopia. I need to add a freaking Diamond and Pearl reference, because we still have I think we still have the Pokemon Shield reference in there. It might be out of here actually by now, but I gotta add some more. The new Pokemon games are well on the way now, because we are halfway. Yeah, tomorrow will be halfway through October. That's nuts. Ibuki runs away from the cornucopia. Albedo catches Komaru off guard and takes her out. Corey's in the house and finds Date's corpse from a previous game. Date's not shocked by the discovery. Monica refuses to believe that any of this is real. Oh, it's real. And Azuru stays at the cornucopia for resources. We have made it to day 1, and I'll be frank, it's been a bloody one. And it continues on that track because Ryoma shoots an arrow into Munakata's head. Teruteru stocks up on items to hand out at Halloween. At least that's responsible, Teruteru. He's growing up. I'm proud of him. Shuichi violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit. Toko is unable to convince Gundam not to kill her. Gundam's on a mission today. He's got all these horns. Tsumugi, Lumine, Kaede, and Sato swim in a magical lake hidden deep beneath the arena, whose mystical waters turn them into chibi forms of themselves. That would be a really cute chibi group. I'll be completely honest. I think we've already seen chibi Lumine actually. Corey works for Avi's wares and despairs and is sick and tired of so many people defecting to Yoko's items and misfortune. We're losing business, so he burns it down. He doesn't just burn it down, he burns it down. Huh. Luckily, Izio, who works there, brought insurance for it just last week. Corey screams in agony. Corey, you have my blessing. Azuru and Fischl hunt for other tributes. Kizakura, Juzo, and Alice get into a fight. Kizakura triumphantly kills the both of them. Date beats Kazuichi with a ladder. Kazuha, Ruruka, Dimitri, and Taka talk about the tributes. I'm sorry, about their hobbies. No tributes, they're talking about the tributes of themselves and their hobbies. You know, trying to ignite fallen visions, baking, killing them all, and making sure people don't run in the halls. The best of hobbies. Karumi eats cheese puffs. Tengen seems to be dead, but it's alive. Mew receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Yasuke sips on apple. You know what? Cheers, my boy. Monica, Angie, and Rantaro hold an intervention for Avi's pancake addiction. He doesn't even show up, y'all. I don't trust 2 out of 3 of you to hold an intervention. Rantaro... maybe, you know, 2 out of 3, that's the majority, so I'm not going. The end throws some sand into Kokichi's eyes, causing Kokichi to go temporarily blind for the rest of the game. You can see him, but he can't see you. Sarah, Ibuki, and Chisa band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Hydra receives that's a lot of people down there, a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Mukuro drives up to Maki Donald's, wants an ice cream, but the ice cream machine is always broken. Kotoko asks Lisa if everything's okay. Is everything okay, perhaps? Pekka receives a fresh food from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Is it Ryoma who got the wizard robe earlier? Venti wants Avi to give donuts a chance, and oh no. Mai, Celeste, Kanan, Kai, Reiko, Turnip Boy are forced to play the majority game. Turnip Boy received the most votes, but unfortunately for the others, he was the sacrifice. So everyone else got executed. Except for Reiko, because he chose Reiko not to be executed. Well, that is the power of the turnip. Don't Turnip Boy, I tell you. Marie sprains her ankle running away from Adachi. You run, girl, run. Genocide Jack holds Seiko's head underwater, but Seiko grabs her arm and pulls her into the lake with her. Both tributes are unable to kill one another, so they both simply swim away. Bennett confides in Hilda. Hilda takes note she can exploit him later. Marco, Albedo, and Jin join the Adventurers Guild on their side and rolls based on their stats. Marco's the righteous knight, Albedo the wizened wizard, and Jin is a janitor. If anyone, and I think I made a decision, anyone who gets this event, gets the janitor, and goes on to win the game will be the official janitor for the Hunger Games, and boy will they have some cleaning to do. Mishima is theorizing how best to counter Avi's jinx, and Yui plays chess with death and wins! She didn't perish! We lost a whole 20. 20 is a ton of people, but it's a larger game, so it's not that bad of a Clear Day Lune 4. George, Monokuma, Hajime, Nakito, Sucrose, Lawrence, Yukiko, Clover, Yuta, Batogami, Kranya, Komaru, Munakata, Toko, Juzo, Alice, Mai, Celeste, Kanan, Kai. And I think it might be time to do a quick control F and see everybody's statuses. There's still 50 people. We had a whole game today. We had 70 folk. 70. Which means we still gotta keep going. We're at 50. That's still twice the size of a standard size. You don't know. You don't even know what we've gotten ourselves into. You don't know. I think it's time we find out. We'll do a slow scroll because most teams still have someone left. The one manager's completely out, unfortunately. And they might be the only team completely out. My goodness. Poor one managers. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed and we'll see what else unfolds. Because AV, the Ultimate Jinx comments on how well Jin is doing is kind of what happened, actually. I was like, whoever wins, if they get the janitor, they're the official janitor. And then Sarah walks up to Jin and says, that's rough, buddy. He probably won't win since I just made that rule. Mukuro sets up camp for the night. Lisa's an international super spy. Kotoko sets up an outdoor generator, space heater, and floodlights. Lumine and Taka get lost in the coldest part of the arena. Tengen chases Turnip Boy. Venti and Tsumugi trying to enforce a curfew. Ruruka has a fever dream while sleeping. She wakes up to Kyoko standing over her. She's not even in this game. Bennett uses the spirit of the Great Pumpkin to change the arena date to October. Bennett, you okay? Bennett, have you checked the calendar? As he revives every single version of Uno from AV's Worries and Despairs, Kizakura etches a sketch in a tree. Izio takes this as a threat. Ryoma ain't afraid of no ghosts. Gundam is actually fairly terrified by some ghosts. Teru and Mew tell each other their greatest fears in order to grow each other's trust. I wonder what both of their greatest fears would be. Date is unable to start a fire, sleeps without one. Yui receives yakiniku from an unknown sponsor. It's delicious, or it looks delicious at least. Haiji puts on a suave top hat, how fancy. The End and Kokichi start prepping for spooky month. Marie proceeds to kill them because it's not Halloween. Not yet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in for the OC episode. I'm 100% gonna keep that event in for the OC episode. I'm gonna it's gonna be a fatal version of that one, where the other person dies for killing on Halloween and saying it's not Halloween. Mishima steals Pekko's first kiss. Monica shouts from afar, is that a JoJo reference? Reiko dyes her hair red, nice. Dimitri dies of dysentery, not so nice. Maki grabs Ibuki by the throat. Ibuki, are you okay? Kazuha and Seiko tell each other their greatest fears in order to grow each other's trust. Marco refuses to leave an injured Shuichi's side. Good on you, good boy, Marco. Genocide Jack cooks her food before putting out her fire. Angie sings a romantic song to Cory in the house. When the two begin to lean in for a tender kiss, Angie, why are you singing a romantic song to Cory? Huh. Never thought I'd see the day. Angie notices Sato filming them, which makes Angie kill Sato in rage. Angie, you seem to be all kinds of messed up today. Adachi tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind but falls asleep. Albedo's unknown sponsor is Shisa. Kazuichi's reflection in the mirror distorts to show him his true self. Is he pleased with what he sees? Probably so. I believe he is. Official tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind but falls asleep. Hilda is just Kaide's split personality given form. Well, I guess she is Asylum Akamatsu Karumi. Develops an irrational fear of Rantaro after having a nightmare about him. And Yasuke finds a dark deva in the arena and befriends it. We still have a day to get through though. Paco confesses her love at the start of day 2 to Mew. Mew replies, cool, see ya homie, and just leaves. Pekko is confused. She's like, huh. My goodness. Tengen starts to write a novel, will they ever finish it? Marco, Seiko, and Hilda find the Triforce, but before they can distribute the powers of the Triforce to each other, Asylum Akamatsu kills everyone and takes the Triforce for herself. She is the most powerful being in the arena now. Watch her. Watch her. Ibuki kills Lisa while she's sleeping. Rest in peace to her. Yasuke, Chisa, and Kazuichi work together to harvest sap and make maple syrup. Isn't that? Look at them. Look at them having some good fall time activities. Tsumugi encounters a fruit bat, takes a liking to her, joins her side. Adachi discovers a cave. Fischl does a super sick kickflip, but fails a landing, falls flat on her face. Kizakura and Shuichi see who can carve the scarier pumpkin. Jin receives a medical supply from an unknown sponsor. Rantaro is confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. You know, I'm confused too. Izuru uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Reiko, which shockingly works, leaving Reiko literally dumbfounded. Venti joins the balloon protection squad. I don't even want to say it. Date finds a secret stash of pancakes that I'm hypothetically hinting at. Well, alright, Date, you get those pancakes, my boy. Bennett gets stuck raking leaves. Marie asks Turnip Boy, do you think I'm some sort of clan? Turnip Boy's like, and says maybe. That's the second word I've ever heard him say. Mishima receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. It's probably from now. Lumine and Ruka talk about the tribute still alive. Izzy becomes spherical. Spherical? Monica strangles Kotoko with her brand new socks. They used to be tag team partners, but you know what? I don't think they like each other too much. Mukuro goes nya nya to annoy Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack was properly annoyed. Stabs Mukuro in the chest for it. We gotta do better, Mukuro. You're my ride or die. Karumi and Taka are sitting in a tree. Kissing. Sarah poisons Ryoma's drink but mistakes it for her own, and she perishes actually. Haiji, Angie, and Corey band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Teru uses a special attack on Gundam, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. It did no damage though. Kazuha receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a sword. Perfect! It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon her wrist with secrets that it hid. Now she's got superpowers. She's no ordinary kid. She's Yui 10. It's ironic that one comes up again. That's actually fitting for this week. Albedo commits Sora, which means we've lost another 11. That brings us down to 39. We're slowly but surely not even really that slowly making our way through. We're making our way through. It was a game of 70. And it continues after this Claire de Lune 4. The end. Kokichi, Dimitri, Sato, Marco, Seiko, Hilda, Lisa, Kotoko, Mukuro, Sarah. I don't know why, a lot of those like back-to-back ones kind of just rhyme. Kokichi, Dimitri, Sato, Marco. I don't know, this specific Claire de Lune kind of flowed, it flowed nicely. We'll see everybody's statuses though. Headmasters and the Chunibiu family completely in. Where's My Glove has Karumi Rock On completely in. Hornbearer still have Rantaro the Selfless Savior still have Mishima. Unlucky Adventure Team still with Bennett. Jailbird still have Ryoma. Robotics Club completely in, and so was Capture the Moment. Cutting Words with Peko. Obsessive Siblings with Corey. Aiko's Kitchen with Haruka. Ara with Miu. Liar Venti. All of the KPA. Brother Complex still has Lumine. Sinister Side still has Chisa. Golden Days has Izioi. Parsnips completely in. Pawn Shop still has Yasuke. Dinner and a Show still showing off with both of their competitors. God Mode has Azuru. Seeking Justice still has Taka. The Apothecary is out. The Devious Disguises still has Samugi. Identity Crisis still has Marie. Carry On's completely carrying on. So is Behind Bars. And Kiss from a Rose on the Gray still has Kai A Day. And boy, does she have power behind her. But will she have a win at her side? I don't know. We'll have to proceed and we will see. That's my ride or die team. Shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. We'll proceed and hope that she doesn't perish because of my potential Jinx Night 2. Peko convinces Yasuke to snuggle with her. Mishima feels himself developing, and that's a lot of people down there. A crush for Kazuha. Taka and Ibuki tell each other their greatest fears in order to grow each other's trust. You know, Taka's greatest fear of people running in the halls, and Ibuki's greatest fear of probably something ridiculous. Running into an elephant on a rainy day. That's her greatest fear, because she'll think that it slips and fall on her and end her life. Any chance that Yui and Bennett had of friendship is destroyed when they're forced to fight over the last slice of pizza. Angie decapitates Mew with a sword. Well, that is dead. Shuichi, Teru and Chisa enter a scrum debate with Albedo, Genocide Jack, and Haiji. This turns heated and Jack kills everyone on the other side. That is the end of Shuichi, Teru, and Chisa. And I think that means Chisa's team's out, but Kazuha carries on for Shuichi and Date for Teru, Reiko. Rest in a fruit tree, Izioi violently shakes that tree to knock loose the fruit, causing Reiko to fall on top of him, killing them both. Turnip Boy prays to Atua that he makes it out of here alive with minimal bloodshed, of course. Ruka and Kizakura hold hands. Karumi adopts Monica as a child. Good luck with that, Karumi. Good luck with that. Rantaro tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind but falls asleep. Jin is bitten by a black mamba, but Marie has some anti-venom and is able to save Jin's life. Awesome. Lumine says a swear word. He almost died, but he can still be the janitor. Corey covers Date's ears from the swearing that was Lumine's. Kazuichi loves Adachi as much as Maki loves Kaito. Do you, my boy? Azuru, goodness gracious. Sets off an explosive, taking out the entire Tunibiyu family, Asylum Akamatsu, and Samugi. In one explosive, he's taken out 3 teams. Ryoma hates Venti so strongly he created a squad against Venti. I don't think people like hate Venti. Oh, maybe that's not true. I wouldn't know. Tengen tried to set a trap, unfortunately ends up trapping himself. Will proceed to day 3. And Mishima puts a turnip through a table. That seems excessive. Genocide Jack dives onto a pile of plushies. The plushies prove too much for her and she drowns in the plushies. Oh god, oh no, she's suffocating. Kazuichi feels like there's a duck watching him. Yasuke has balloons and Bennett comes along and pops them. That's my boy. He probably didn't even do it on purpose. Peko brainstorms her new Halloween costume. Monica uses her signature move to kill Kizakura. Rest in peace. Haiji throws a knife into Kazua's head. Rest in peace to Kazuha. Corey tries to spearfish with a trident. Izuru stocks up on items to hand out at Halloween. Jin, Ibuki, and Albedo corner Marine are about to take her out, but she pulls out a grappling hook at the last second and uses it to escape. Ryoma challenges Tengen and Lumine to an anything goes pancake eating competition, and Tengen, who is having a heck of a season apparently, gets in there, and boy does he earn entry into the World Pancake Championship. Maybe Tengen's turning over a new leaf this season. Date finds a bikini, puts it on, it's quite revealing. Wait, this is the wrong simulator. Oh well. Rantaro uses a cactus to kill Yui. Okay. Venti does a super sick kickflip but fails the landing, falls flat on his face. Kurumi somehow manages to delete Adachi, Angie, and Ruruka while just saying just Kurumi. She's trying to make this the season of Where's My Glove. She still can't find it. Taka stocks up on items to hand out at Halloween. We lost a lot. We lost 17. That's a lot. We only had 39 left. After this Claire de Lune 4. Mew, Shuichi, Teru, Chisa, Reiko, Izuyoi, Kaede, Fischl, Samugi, Gundam, Genocide Jack, Kizakura, Kazuha, Yui, Adachi, Angie, Ruruka. As we see everybody's statuses, we are down. As we see the statuses of everybody. Brent Steele, respond. Brent Steele. There we go. It just wasn't responding. And that whole crisis. Yeah, there we go. 22. I was like, I forgot how many people we had left. We have the entirety of the Headmasters. Shocking. That's a tag team. They are a tag team, I'll tell you. Where's My Glove? One of the strongest competitors this season already. Rock-On still has Ibuki. The Hornbearer still have Rantaro. He's trying to get that glimmer of hope that he can get those titles back. Mishima remains for the Selfless Saviors. The Unlucky Adventure Team has Bennett. The Jailbirds have Ryoma, but the Robotics Club is completely in. Do not count them out. They've had second place after second place. They're tired of it. Capture the Moment has Albedo. Cutting Word still has Peko, and she knows how to get some retribution. Obsessive Siblings have Corey. Liar still has Venti, and he knows what to do. He's gotten a win himself. Brother Complex has Lumine. Parsnip has Turnip Boy. Pawn Shop has Yasuke. Dinner and a Show with Date. God Mode Zuru. Seeking Justice Taka. Identity Crisis Marie. And Haiji remains for Behind Bars. We are down to 22. 22 remain. How many more until you're saving grace picks? That sounds like 12 to me. That could happen with one proceed. We're on track. We're on track to get that in just a single proceed, especially since it feels like it's almost feast time. But it won't be right now. As night 3 begins, Kurumi spends the night setting up traps to keep out Albedo and Monica. Bennett, Tengen, Taka, Mishima, and Ibuki track down and kill Ryoma. They were like, he's too big of a threat. That little man's. Yasuke receives spaghetti from an unknown sponsor. He is ready. He does enjoy spaghetti. In a team-building exercise, Turnip Boy and Kazuichi tell each other what they hate about one another. Peko accidentally sticks her hand in the campfire she made. I don't know why you would do that. Corey and Haiji have a pose off. Haiji actually wins. Date, Venti, and Jin sit around the campfire and sing the campfire song, the CAMPFIRESONG song. Murray is an international super spy. Rantaro and Lumine exercise underneath the stars, and Azuru relaxes by his fireplace. I think we only lost Ryoma that day, surprisingly enough. And day 4 begins with, more losses. Bennett and Taka have a picnic on a cliff. That's nice. Oh gosh, I comment on how nice it is. That is what I did. Suddenly the cliff falls from beneath Bennett and Taka, killing them both. I don't take credit for that one. Haiji falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Venti attempts to massage Kurumi's shoulders, but accidentally ends up strangling her instead. Who knew he had that kind of strength? Ibuki says something to Peko, and Peko calls her a foolish fool. Jin doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Date spends the whole day walking around in shoes made of Legos. He's truly transcended beyond humanity. Lumine severely injures Monica and leaves her there to die. Once again, Marie is cornered by 3 people, and she's still got that grappling hook, and she's like, I will grapple my way to victory. Unlike Yasuke, who doesn't have a head anymore, Mishima's decapitated him. Turnip Boy confides in Tengen. Tengen takes notes so they can exploit Turnip Boy later, and Albedo pushes Rantaro right off of a cliff during a knife fight. We've lost 8. 8 more are gone. 14 remain. And after this, Claire, Daylune 4. Ryoma, Bennett, Taka, Haiji, Kurumi, Monica, Yasuke, Rantaro. I do believe there is no team completely in except for the headmasters now? Is that correct? Yeah, the champs are putting on a clinic today apparently. The headmasters both in Jin and Tengen. We still have Ibuki from Rock On, 2 KOs. Selfless Saviors Mishima, 2 KOs. Robotics Club still have Kazuichi. Albedo for Capture the Moment. Capture the Moment hasn't had, you know, a moment. They haven't had a moment. They usually perish pretty early, so this is good for them. Good for them. Cutting Words with Peko. Obsessive Siblings with Cory. Liar Liar with Venti. Lumine for the Brother Complex. Parsnip has Turnip Boy. Date for Dinner and a Show. God Mode Azuru. And Marie. Trying to get out of the Retribution Rumble now that I think about it, because she's already in there. So is Azuru. Interesting. Jack's already getting there too, so if Turnip Boy wins, interesting. A lot of things could happen this episode. But what might happen that's not something we need to focus on. We need to focus on what will happen. We still have 14. That is correct. We still have 14. And it's 4 more until your saving grace picks. We will likely get to your saving grace picks once I click proceed, because here we are. Azuru stabs Ibuki in the chest with a sword. Then Ibuki beats Azuru to death with a baseball bat. Ibuki then dies from blood loss. They are both out. Goodness gracious. Tengen thinks about home. Jin slices Lumine's eyes. Lumine's now blind. Turnip Boy firebends Mishima out of existence. Uh-oh. The Turnip Boy he's got fire now. Venti kills Kazuichi as he's trying to run. Venti, my gosh, Robotics Club was doing so well. Marie grabs a dumbbell and starts working out. Where in the world is Date? Peko also finding the secret stash of pancakes that I'm hitting. Peko, you'd love to see that. Albedo and Cory keep daring each other to do something spooky. We'll proceed. We are maybe at the feast. Yes, we are. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Cory overpowers Venti, killing him. No way! Albedo finds a lucky 4-leaf clover. That's nuts. Maybe this is lucky day. Lumine digs a tunnel. She digs a tunnel, digs a tunnel beneath the cornucopia to steal items without being seen. Turnip Boy ambushes Marie and kills her. He was like, no, not today, not today. No more grappling hooks for you. Jin invites Date to an unforgettable luncheon while making steamed clams. Jin sets the oven and therefore the house on fire, burning both Jin and Date to death. Tengen gathers as much food as he can in a bag before fleeing, and Peko stuffs a bundle of dry clothing into a backpack before sprinting away. In a game like this, dry clothing is really a top tier thing to grab. Good on you, Peko. I got my eyes on you. We're down to 6 or maybe less. We're down to 6 because Albedo and Lumine see who can carve the scarier pumpkin. Turnip Boy, definitely it's Albedo, right? he's artsy. He's got the art on his side. Turnip Boy and Peko split up search for resources, and Corey finds a violin and begins to play it terribly, horribly. Much to Tengen's frustration, we are down to just 6 after we've lost 8. It is indeed a clear day loon for Izuru, Ibuki, Mishima, Kazuichi, Venti, Murray, Jin, Date. And so we are in an interesting position. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your final 6, well within your final 10, so your picks might have not done so well. But your new picks might do well. New picks, what are you talking about, Avi? Well, it's, if you're new around here, everyone else knows it's time to make your saving grace picks. We still have in our final 6 Tengen for the Headmasters. He is the champion. He knows what he's doing. He's exhibited some fantastic plays this season. Can he exhibit another win and get you guys a fan vote? As we scroll down, we still have Capture the Moment Albedo. This is maybe his moment. They have not had a moment in a long time, but today could be their day. Cutting Words Peko. She knows how to do things. She knows how to win things. She won the first ever tag team Retribution match. Could she just win a match today on her own? Or could she get into the Retribution match again? Obsessive siblings still have Corey in the house. He won in tag team action and in singles action last season. Is he trying to do it again this season? But we still have 2 new teams. Brother Complex, I'm looking at you, Lumine, trying to carry on for Komaru, and Parsnip, Turnip Boy, first season in action, these 2. And they're both in the final 6 now. Make your picks. You're saving grace picks. I'll make mine. Give me Turnip Boy for first. I got him winning, taking Genocide Jack off of the tag team Retribution match. Turnip Boy, number 1. I got him for first. Give me Peko for second. I'll take Peko for second. Just to get into the Retribution Rumble. I think she's like, I know how to run a Retribution match. This is how I do it. And then give me Tengen for third because Tengen's just nuts. Tengen has, I don't know, he's had a great start to this season. I think he's just gonna keep going on. I think he's gonna keep going on and keep going strong. Those are my picks. Turnip Boy, Peko, and Tengen. I know you've already made your picks. I know you're waiting for me to say the words and that they all have the same thing. I'll say them for you. Tengen, Albedo, Peko, Corey, Lumine, and Turnip Boy. These are your final 6. And they stand across from each other in this arena, stare each other in the eyes. Although the results that they want are different, the way that their heart beats is in unison. And that heartbeat is the same heartbeat as that of a samurai woman. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed. Let's see what unfolds. It's the final 6, and we are now down to the final 5. In anyone's hands, it's a microphone. Just a microphone. A microphone's just a microphone, but in Tengen's hands, it's a pipe bomb. Corey poisons Turnip Boy's drink. He drinks it and dies. You hate to see it. Lumine is hot and bothered because Peko set Lumine on fire with a flamethrower. These 2 were they were trying to have a fantastic time this season, and then they both got eliminated. Albedo accuses Avi of not being the real Avi? Well, which one of us isn't the real Avi? You gotta let me know, my boy. We're down to 4 now. Will we be down to less than 4 as we proceed? We might. Oh, goodness gracious. Peko throws a coffee cup at Corey in the house. The scalding liquid proves too much for him and kills Corey. Albedo's trapped in a box. With a small device that can release a deadly poison every hour. Is he dead? Is he alive? We can only find out if we click proceed. This is one of the craziest events to get so close to the end. And Tengen wants Ava to give Donuts a chance. I love Donuts, Tengen. I really do. Peko, potentially Albedo, and Tengen. We have to proceed to see if Albedo lived. Are we at our final 3? Or are we at our final 2? we're at your final 3. And that means it's indeed a terrible turnabout for Turnip Boy, Lumine, Corey, in the house. And we'll see everybody's statuses. We are down to the champion, Tengen, Albedo for Capture the Moment, and Peko for Cutting Words. An interesting final 3, because Tengen's a champ. Peko has been to Retribution before, and she knows how to win Retribution. Right now, she's guaranteed to at least go back. And Albedo. Capture the Moment has not had a moment. But here they are. Now, here's the thing. If either Capture the Moment or Peko for Cutting Words wins, since Tengen is already there, that next spot would go to Corey. If Tengen wins, it's Peko and Albedo to the Retribution match. If either of those two win, it's Corey to the Retribution match. This is an interesting setup. What will happen? I don't know, but it's just your final 3 now. It's Tengen, Albedo, and Peko, and they're all kind of what we like to call within our final 5, our final 4, our final 3, a crises of fate. But this is Brand Steel, so we might be changing that music very quickly. Let's proceed and we will see what happens. Tengen, Peko, Albedo. We'll see. Peko hesitates to kill Albedo, so he blows himself up with a grenade, okay. And Tengen reminisces about the year of the horizon. Albedo? Okay. We're down to 2 now. And I have to ask you, who will it be? After Albedo's abrupt explosion, it is Peko and Tengen. Unless that explosion killed Peko, which I don't believe it did. There's Peko. She's won Retribution before, and at the very least she's going back, but she could save herself the hassle just by winning, just by beating the champion. And we also have Tengen, the champ. He wants to get you guys a fan vote. That team wants to make sure that they are a team to remember. They were the headmasters. They are running Hope's Peak, and now they are running the tag team division. Can they get you guys a fan vote, or will it be Peko for Toko and Cutting Words? She seems to be trying to carry Toko to greater heights. Can she do it again today? Peko, Tengen, headmasters, Cutting Words. With one proceed, we can see that your winner. They did it again. Peko gets drenched in honey. Unfortunately, she is allergic. And boy, does she perish. The champions are putting on a clinic this season. What can I say? I can say that it's a terrible turnabout for Albedo, Peko. And if Chaos reigned, they would have been the first team, and you saw how close it was. They would have been the very first team to ever retain via Chaos reigning. And we've already had a tag team, you know, we've had a tag team retain. That's happened now. This is the Hornbearers, of course. But they're trying to show up and they're trying to show off too, so I gotta give some mad respect to, your winner. Representing the Headmasters, the champions, the tag team champions, the Headmasters. For Jin, Kirigiri. Tengen comes out on top, earns you a fan vote, and wins. I don't know what to say. Look, y'all, the Headmasters are having a season. They are putting on a clinic, and we will proceed. I won't say they're unstoppable because they got stopped on Friday by peaceful protest, and they also got stopped the week before by Where's My Glove, but they're having a season. Good on them. Tengen, Jin. I almost want to make Jin Jin himself didn't win, so the janitor position still up for grabs, but that's not bad. Headmasters, I gotta give it to him, and go ahead and bring it up right now. The tag team bracket. Tengen and Jin. Look at him. Proud of him. They earned you guys a fan vote. What else can I say? And Peko and Albedo, they join the Retribution Rumble match. 30 competitors. We got 6 of them named: Marie, Azuru, Jack, Minamimoto, Peko, Albedo, and what will be one to remember. We got a whole bunch of more people to get, and 2/3 of the season left to go. But we also had Corey in 4th, Lumine in 5th, Turnip Boy in 6th, Date 7th, Jin 8th, Marie 9th, and Venti in 10th, and we'll do a slow scroll to see everyone else. It was a show. A show of show, and that's all I can really say about this one. The Hornbearers, they're trying to, the Hornbearers, they had a season last season, and it's trying to get replicated by the Headmasters. Maybe it's just teams that, you know, start with H. Maybe it's the H's. The H is what's getting everybody. Who else? What other team starts with an H? Is it just those 2 teams? I'll have to go and double check. But let me tell you, teams that start with H, apparently they are godsends for tag team action. We'll proceed once again. It all started with George and Monokuma arguing and Sarah taking advantage of it, but it all ended with just a little bit of honey and allergies. Unfortunately for Peko, she had a game, but she apparently shines in Retribution, so I can't say that she's too upset. Congratulations to her. Tengen from the Headmasters won it all once again. We'll proceed. Headmasters, once again, doing work. That's all I can say. They're not quite doing the work that the Hornbearers did, but the Headmasters, they're a team. They're a team. They're a real team, and they both finished in the top 10, which is something that has happened before. I think it happened when they won the titles. That's crazy. The Headmasters are popping off. They're popping off this season, and you know what? A lot of respect for them. Azuru had 6 KOs though. Jack and Ibuki had 4. Fischl, Kaede, and Kurumi had 3. Everyone else with 2 or less. The Headmasters, you guys. That's nutty. I can't believe they did it again. I can't believe that. It's hard to believe, actually, because we have so many teams this season that you would think that, well, there's actually a really low chance for us to get a tag team fan vote. However, except for I think one season, it's happened every season. That's nutty. That is crazy, and it could keep happening. We could have tons of fan votes. It's RNG. RNG might say, hey, you guys want fan votes? Let me give you guys another Peaceful Protest win, or another Where's My Glove win, or another Headmasters win. But that is the magic of RNG. That was the magic of 6 free simulations, and that is the magic of this game. As we go back to the Reaping, they are on top. They run the tag team division just like they run Hope Speak Academy. The Headmasters continue their reign of dominance, and it was almost an ensured reign of dominance because they almost had Chaos reign. Stay classy tomorrow. It'll be an episode that's out of this world, so get ready for it. Toodaloo, Flight Crew, thanks for watching.